Hi, heroes. Do you want to get the ultimate revenge? Well, today I'm going to share with you how. So, lately, a lot of anger has been coming up for me, which usually goes into sadness because I bypass my anger quite a bit because it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to be angry. Sometimes there's fear that I'm going to become crazy when I'm angry or do things that I'll regret. But I've kind of learned that unless I actually feel my anger and allow it to be expressed, um, the what I had just said, that is what actually happens. It comes out and I later regret it. So I've had to take time to process my anger, to feel it, to sit with it in my body, and then to express it and turn it into something beautiful. So, so I've really needed to learn to connect to the part of me that feels like my life has been a huge injustice. And I've experienced so many things that are just super unfair and have led me to being at a huge disadvantage. And it makes me jealous, envious, angry, and then scared and feeling alone at the same time. So I wanted to tell you the way to get the ultimate revenge from all of the injustices in your life is to heal, is to do the inner work. Stop waiting for life to get better. Stop waiting for the other people to get better. Stop waiting till you feel better and start doing the inner work. That is the ultimate revenge, is for all of those things that happened to no longer have a hold on you and to no longer be blocking you or stopping you from having the life you want to have today, now, feeling good about yourself, feeling confident, no longer letting anybody else tell you you can't do something, tell you you're not enough, or make you feel like you're not enough because you are enough. And when you get that, that is the ultimate revenge because then you're going to live your life authentically the way that you want to, inspired and connecting to beauty and being able to express that beauty through whatever it is you love to do. But as long as you're holding on to what's happened to you in the past, you're letting the past people and the people in the past and their opinions of you and their misunderstandings of you and their doubts of you and their lack of integrity towards you, you're letting them win. So if you want the ultimate revenge, if you want to become unstoppable, it's time to go in and do the work, do the internal work, and become unstoppable. Get back up when you've been knocked down. Don't let the opinions and the words and the hurt and the pain of those people in the past who have wounded you hold you back any longer. Be done with that. Be done with that. It's time to get back up. Every time you get hurt, you get back up. Every time somebody misunderstands you, you get back up. You came here for a reason. You have a purpose, and you get to do what you love to do, no matter what anybody says or believes or what's happened to you. That's not enough anymore. That's not enough. I have seen too many people die young, take their lives, lose their lives to drugs. And I'm done. I'm done living in the story that believes that I'm not enough. And I don't want you to live in the story that believes you're not enough and that you can't have the love, you can't have the money, you can't have the relationships, and you can't feel good about who you are. You can. You get you, and it's your birthright, and you need to do it now. There's no more time. There's no more time to spend wasting on all of the hurt and all of the pain. It is time to bring that in and heal it and alchemize it and turn it into love. You're not done. You're not done. So, today I'm going to do a couple embodiment practices just to help you get into your body, to help you be with this anger, to help you be with sadness, to help you be with pain, so that you can get the ultimate with revenge, which is to get back up and not for them, not to prove anything to them. Screw them. To get back up for yourself, to believe in yourself again, to stand with yourself, to show all the younger yous, all the parts of you that you can do this, that you are enough, and you can get back up and you matter and you have shit to do. So let's do it. So I'm going to do a couple embodiment practices today, and we're going to set the intention of believing in your truth, of realigning with your power, with your dignity, with your integrity, and with your purpose. And I know it sounds like a tall order, but when you spend more of your life embodied, living in your body, connected to what truly inspires you, what truly motivates you, then you are living in your best life now. You're living connected to flow, connected to divinity. How do I say it? You're living in the now, which means nothing can take that from you. You get to be in the moment of your life, deciding and choosing for you, not based on what anybody else believes, thinks about you, or how they treated you. That is done. So we're going to just set the intention with these embodiment practices to get back into our authority, back into our body, back into our truth, and back into our freaking power. So you're going to need a little bit of a space to move around. And then at the end, we'll do an embodiment practice. So with this practice, I'm going to give you about a 5%. We're going to just kind of get our feet wet, feeling what it's like to be in our bodies. So a 5% shift. And the more you do it, the deeper we can go into your body every time. So I do have to move my camera around. And we're going to just get started. We're going to shake it off. We're just going to shake for a minute. And we're going to bring some tension into our body. And sometimes when we're sad, we slip into a state called dorsal. And in dorsal, we are powerless. We are not living in our truth, and we are walking around believing lies. And so the way to move out of dorsal is to bring life back into your body through movement, through tension, through intentionality, through purpose, and yeah, through anger, through allowing yourself to kind of get angry about the injustice, but not to carry it, not to hold on to it, just to help it move through you. Because when you're in dorsal energy, you're stuck and you can't move any energy through you because it's just like trapped, compressed, and it doesn't want to come out. So we're going to shake a couple more seconds, really bring some heat into this. We're going to bring some heat into this movement. And then we're going to bring tension. So I want you to make fists. I know mine looks funny because I got only half of one. I don't care. So I want you to squeeze your fists really hard and like flex your muscles, squeeze, bring the tension into your shoulders, bring the tension into your fists, and bring up some rage. Bring up the part of you that wants the ultimate revenge. And squeeze. I just want you to keep squeezing while I'm talking. Squeeze until it hurts a little, until you feel like you can't do it any longer. We're going to hold a little longer and breathe into it. Just keep building up that tension, squeezing, squeezing, building up that tension harder, harder. Squeeze a little more. You're not meant to live your life in dorsal. You're not meant to live your life stuck. So let's just keep squeezing. Just a little longer. Keep squeezing. Push past it. Push past it. And then we're going to release. So we're just going to let it go. Release the tension. So I want you to do the same thing. We're going to raise our arms up and down. But as we're going up, we're going to bring tension up and release it at the top. And then we're going to bring tension down. So it's like you're pushing down. like using all your force. So we're going to push the tension up and we're going to push it down. Really use as much force as you can. It may look funny, you may shake. That's actually good. Shaking is a sign that the body can release and let go of trauma or charge. So do a little shake at the bottom. And we're going to bring it back up tight. Stretch, reach, and push down. Push, push, push really hard. Push it down, push it down. Really bring just the tension. We're just going to let ourselves feel tense. So this time we'll come back up more relaxed. Do a little reach. And then just let your arms come down relaxed. No tension. So we're going to go do that again, but we're going to come all the way down to the floor. And I want you to, if you can't go onto the floor, then grab a chair and you can sit on the chair and then hold yourself in a ball, but kind of put yourself like you're going to be down on your knees in a ball, but kind of keep your legs open a little bit so your stomach has some room to kind of try to reach the floor, or go down onto a chair and keep your legs open a bit and then just keep yourself kind of cradled in a rocking position. So I'm going to move my camera while I do this. So we're going to lightly reach up and we're going to come back down. Today we're going to get the ultimate revenge by getting back into our bodies, by getting back into alignment with our purpose and with our truth. So we're going to reach up, and this time we're going to come all the way back down. So I might move my camera just a little more. So we're going to come all the way down. And I want you to we're going to practice being with the tension in a very surrendered way. So if you can kind of get to the point where you can go all the way down and let your head just fall on the floor, we're just gonna like surrender to the suck of the tension and let ourselves feel that. So I'm gonna take off my glasses to do that. Just bring yourself down and see if you can even get to the point where you're just down on the ground. You're letting yourself sink into your weight sink into the floor, and try to see if you can get your forehead onto the ground or the carpet, whatever you have. Just hold yourself there for a couple more seconds. I want you to picture that you're frustrated, you're angry, but you're being comforted through stillness, through the floor supporting you. And the weight and the heaviness of you being small is kind of being supported and carried by being in this position where you're surrendering it. And there's like an energy kind of catching you and comforting you through it. So then we're going to go back up and we're going to reach all the way back up, because we're not going to stay there. We're going to go through these times where we get knocked down, and then we're going to get back up. And that is the ultimate revenge, is when you get back up. So we're going to go back down to the floor again, reach up. We'll go back down. We're going to do this 2 more times. So if there's any point where you feel like you need to be on the floor longer, like you're feeling tears or like you need to scream or you're just having this energy, just pause the video, stay down there for as long as you need, and then get back up and keep going with the rest of the video. So we'll go down again. This time when you're on the floor, hold your arms out as much as you can, but like on the floor with your head kind of like face down on the floor. Like we're just like allowing it, like the suck of Whatever it is you're going through, we're just feeling that right now. So arms out is kind of like we're surrendering to the suck of it, to the stuck feeling, and we're just allowing it. All right, get ready. We're going to come back up slowly and we're going to do our reach to the top. As we get back up, reach, because we don't stay stuck. We don't stay in the suck. We'll go back down one more time. So this time, I want you to keep your legs open just so that your ribs, like your lungs, still have room to expand while you're breathing. And I want you to hold yourself tightly, tightly, but try to try to just let your face, your head, your forehead just be like kind of smushed into the floor while you're holding yourself. And try to allow yourself to feel the comfort of the support that the floor is giving you, that it can carry your weight, that the weight can be carried and supported for you. Okay, so let's give this a try. Go down with me, let your head touch the floor, hold on to your belly, your ribs. Give a little squeeze while you're down there, squeeze. And even if you can, on in that position, kind of rock your hips a little bit because you're soothing yourself. We're gonna learn a lot of the work that I've done. The inner work has really been about self-soothing because I didn't have that attunement as a child to have a parent or caregiver come and be beside me and recognize when my nervous system was activated. So I didn't know how to self soothe and I didn't know how to, you know, connect to love and strength and consistency. So whenever my nervous system is like in alarm, I was looking for everybody else or anything outside of me to bring comfort. So a lot of my inner journey has been about learning to self soothe and self comfort, but it's very powerful. So let's give it a try. Just if you're down in that position, squeeze yourself and try and rock your hips a little side to side. And then we're going to come back up slowly and give a little reach up. And we'll get ready for the next part. You know, a lot of people say it doesn't matter what people speak about you. It doesn't matter what people think about you. But you can say it all you want. It doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. It's just, it represents a part of us that feels the same way about ourselves. It represents when somebody thinks or speaks or acts a certain way towards us. It's actually kind of a representation of how a part of us feels about ourselves. And so that's actually wonderful when we see that reflection because it's a chance to be like, hey, see this part of us, this self doubt, this fear, this mistrust, this anger, this jealousy, this envy, and to bring it back in closer for that connection, for that comfort, and to learn to dance with this part of ourselves and learn to love this part of ourselves. So, you know, it does hurt when people say things. It does hurt when people think things. It does hurt when people misjudge us or misread us, but it's all meant to bring us back into more powerful beings, more aligned, more in our truth, more connected to our divinity, and connected to love for ourselves. And honestly, reconnecting to our soul, which is a beautiful experience to feel your soul aligned with your body and with your purpose. So we'll get ready for the next part. Let's see. We're going to do a balancing act with this part. So you may want to have a chair. I attempt to do it without a chair. Try it with a chair if you want. Try it without. And I'll let you know when we're ready for that part so you can have time to grab a chair. So, all right. So we're going to start with just pushing out, reaching out in front of us. It's like we're clearing all those misattunements, misalignments, miscommunication, because nothing on the outside can happen that can hurt us that isn't actually already happening on the inside. That's hurting us. We actually can do the most damage to ourselves more than anybody else around us could ever do. All right, the next one we're going to reach down. I want you to kind of push down to the opposite leg, and then we're going to come back up. I might try to move my camera again. 1 sec. Sorry, guys. So we're going to do a big reach and push down to the opposite leg. Really try to feel the extension in your hip, your stomach. We're reaching. We'll do it one more time. We'll go up, switch sides, and go to the next leg. Again, you really want to feel the stretching when you're doing this. We'll do it one more time. We'll come back up. So this time we're going to do full circles all the way around. Going to come to the top and move back around. Go the opposite way. And then we'll come back up and we're going to do reach back. Do our shoulders, big reach back. And then we'll go the other way. Big reach. And then we're going to just, sorry, I got to adjust here. We're going to let ourselves feel pulled. Really, I like to keep the arms open and move them like being open. Like I like to have the arms open, big circles, because it's an act of we're kind of surrendering and releasing control. We're releasing the past. We're releasing the judgment, the what other people think. We're allowing the pain to come up and to leave. Because when we're like this, or we're hunched over, we're like this all the time, we're not free and we're not living in trust and in truth. So it's just kind of like a symbolic gesture of I'm open, I'm releasing, and I'm receiving. So we're trading the pain for the beauty, for the love. We're turning the pain, we're turning the anger, the judgment, the hurt into something beautiful, which is being able to receive love, live for what we really truly love to do, and stand in our truth and be okay with who we are, no matter what anybody thinks or says or feels about us. And a lot of the times it's not, we take it so personal and we let it mean something about us, but a lot of the times it's really just whatever is going on with them. And sometimes it's so hard to see that. but it's true. So this is where we're going to bring some balance. So practicing balance, it is hard. It's hard to do in life and it's hard to do physically. So it's a practice. It's like when we are so overtaken with life or with emotions or with other people or with our past or worrying about the future, our work is to go inside and to rescue parts of ourselves so that we can be back into center, back into alignment. And that does bring balance into our life because it's where we're starting to speak our truth, say no when we mean no, say yes when we mean yes, and kind of give ourselves more opportunities than we normally would. So for this part, I'm going to move my camera down a little more. We're going to pick one leg as a stabilizing leg, and that will be the leg we are standing on for the next 3 exercises, and then we'll switch it up. So you kind of want to have your stabilizing leg bent at the knee so that you're not straining it. And we're just going to support, we're going to use our stabilizing leg to support us with our other leg up. Bring your knee up and lean back as far as you can. I'm shaking today, so if you're shaking, it's okay. Hold it a little longer and then come back up. So same stabilizing leg. We're not going to kick. I need my chair today. We're going to bring the knee up and just hold it. We're learning to stabilize ourselves. You don't need anybody else to do it for you. That's the work that I teach, that I love, that I practice, is learning to rescue myself time and time again. And it's hard because believe me, there are times when I want someone to come and rescue me, but I'm willing to do it for myself. So I'm having a bit of a hard time with this leg today, so I'm going to use the chair for a minute. We're going to try to have your arms extended. Keep your knee bent. And it's almost like you're trying to fly. The Superman or Superwoman pose. Hold it for a few more seconds if you can. All right, awesome. So I usually find one leg is easier than the other. So we're going to switch legs. And our next leg will be the stabilizing leg for the 3 positions. So bring your knee up. Yeah, I'm off balance today. Are you on balance? Are you in balance? Can you do this? All right, come back down. We'll do our side knee raise. Hold it. It's not that easy, especially when it doesn't take much to knock you off balance. Like if I was standing in this position and my kid came and like bumped into me, I would just fall over. So it's the same when you're triggered and you're doing your inner work. It does not take much to get you out of alignment. That's why I find I need daily practices to get back into alignment, back into my body, to get back into my truth because I can get out very easily. And I need to be intentional about how I live my life so that I can be back in alignment with my purpose and in my body where I'm living, feeling, acting out of my truth. So we're going to do the next one. Superman, Superwoman. Get your leg back up as far as you can. Reach your arms out. And try not to fall over. All right. Awesome. So let's just take a minute to walk. Hold your belly. Catch your breath. Good work. It's a workout. Not really intended to be, but you know, when you're processing anger or you're processing sadness, like so people with chronic fatigue or people with chronic depression, um, those are states of your nervous system called sympathetic or dorsal. And you can actually move out of those states and become recentered, but it takes work. It takes intentionality. So if I stop doing my practices for a couple days, then I know it's going to be harder for me and I'm going to need to take more time to attune and get back into my body. So I need to be intentional about doing the practices for me kind of every day, or be prepared to take a day or two out to kind of get back in. It takes longer, is basically what I'm saying. So it's kind of nice to just keep going with it. All right, so I want you to hold your shoulders and we're going to rock. Just breathe. You know, if you're holding yourself and you're feeling yourself for the first time, you're feeling your emotions come up, then I invite you to feel them, to release them in the safety and security of you, of your body, knowing that you're connected and supported. All right, we're going to do our hips, our lower stomach, as much as you can hold on to. You can hold on tight if you need to. So, what I was trying to say about when you're in feeling depressed or you're feeling constantly tired, you need to be intentional about bringing activity, like bringing in, I guess I would call it like a fight energy. Like you got to be willing to fight for yourself when you're depressed and when you're chronically fatigued, even when you're in pain. It's finding whatever works for you. Like there are specific practices that really help me get into my body, which I'm happy to teach anyone who wants to learn. But it's bringing intention to not allowing yourself to stay down, like being there and comforting yourself in it, but bringing it's like, you know, like a parent seeing their child scared or afraid or sad and like, staying with them until the feeling passes, which by the way, guys, most feelings, if you don't resist them, they lift in about 2 minutes if you allow yourself to feel them. So, and then kind of that parent calling that small child forward and being like, hey, let's go play, let's go get a drink, let's go do something. Like not leaving them there on their own in their emotions, like to just fend by themselves, like allowing the emotion, moving it through the body, and then going and doing something like sometimes I will paint, do my pour paintings. Or if I'm really struggling, I will put on a song and I'll just sing to myself or sing to my inner child. Or if I need to, I'll go for a run, go for a swim. Just something to show yourself, your body, your inner child that you're moving forward, that you can move forward with this. You can get past this. Not so it's not to bypass what you're feeling, but it's kind of like it's giving purpose. It's giving action to, it's giving expression to how to move through sadness or moving through anger or hopelessness or jealousy. It's just that we're going to take those feelings and then we're going to express them and lead them into an action. And I found that like really super helpful for me because, you know, there are times when I am just so angry and hurt about my life and even some of the choices that I've made while I was triggered. And then, kind of surrendering to it worked out in a way that I needed, that it needed to work for me to grow and evolve to the level that I'm on and that I'm going to. So now we're going to hold our hips. We're going to stick our butt out and just rock them. Hips need a lot of love. You do not want those to get stiff. This is a good kind of stretching routine to do first thing in the morning, before bed, when triggered. All right, so next we're gonna rock with our arms out again. This time, let's do it with the intention of receiving some love. If you need some love today, I'm going to send you some love. Can you receive it? You're not meant to stay down. You're meant to get back up. And that's the only revenge that's needed. Nobody else has to see your pain. Nobody else has to even know what you experienced. They can't. They can't receive it from whatever it is in their life. They wouldn't understand and they wouldn't be able to change it or help it. It's got to be something that is witnessed by you and, whatever else is out there that you believe in. Um, it's a personal, it's kind of a personal healing, a personal growth when you can take this pain that you've been through and you can witness it and receive it and allow it and allow love to come back in. Allow yourself to be loved while you're going through it. That's actually harder than you would think because when we're in pain and we've been hurt, we want to push away. We want to push love away. We want to push people away. But um, stay open. Stay open to love. So we're going to stroke our face, our cheeks, rocking if that feels right. We're going to stroke down our forehead, down our nose, our lips, our throat. Do it again. Just kind of let these parts of you, whatever came up, just let them know that you're here and you're open to listening and to receiving. Awesome, guys. So for the last part, like I said, I'm going to give you about a 5% into the body our soul goes. Just with body sensations. We're going to I'm going to teach you how to be with your body sensations and to show you that you can actually loosen and lighten the tension or the sensation just by being with it and just by noticing it. So, you're going to need to get a chair. You can lay down. And all right. So, if you can get comfortable, you can close your eyes. And I just want you to sit comfortably or lay down with your palms up. So, keep your hands open, palms up, and just take a breath and close your eyes if you can. So, I want you to connect to your heart beating. See if you can actually be with your heartbeat inside your body. So, this really sometimes can take a minute, is to just slow yourself down. You can put your hand over your chest if you want and just connect to your heartbeat and take a couple of deep breaths. Sometimes when I feel my heartbeat, I kind of get to tears because all that energy, all that um, love, all that life is for you. That heartbeat, it's for you. It's loving on you. So next we're going to work our breath a little bit. So we're going to work our breath by breathing in through our belly and breathing up. And we're going to take a deep breath in and then hold it at the top and then slowly release it. So let's take a deep breath in, bring it up if you can, and hold it. Keep going. And then release. So we're going to do that 2 more times. The purpose of doing this is that we're being intentional. So it's like if you're feeling depressed or you're feeling really tired. So if you're in dorsal or you're in sympathetic, we're bringing intention to move it through our body. So let's do this one more time. 2 more times. We're going to take a deep breath in. Bring it up as far as you can and hold it at the top. And then slowly release. All right, and then let's take another breath. We'll go back in, hold it at the top, and slow release. So I want you to notice how your body feels. Does it feel a little lighter after releasing and holding your breath? Do you still feel tension? Just notice whatever is coming up for you. So I want you to close your eyes and I want you to just feel what the top of your head feels like. And we're going to kind of move it around to your forehead and the side part of your forehead. I want you to look for any tension, any strain. It could be like in the middle part between your eyebrows, wherever it's coming up for you. I want you to just feel the tension and notice it. Maybe there's some fear there. Maybe there's still some pain, some wounds. And as we're just allowing that the sensation, the tension, sorry, to build up, I want you to slowly release the tension. You can actually release it and allow it to feel lighter. And then we're going to go into our eyes. I want you to spend some time kind of feeling into the back of your eyes and see if there's any tension there, any tightness. And I just want you to be with that sensation. And I want you to allow any tension, any stress. I just want you to allow it to feel light, relaxed. We're really going into the body with the intention that it's safe to be seen. You're allowed to be seen. It's okay to be seen. You're safe. And the body loves to be seen and witnessed by you. So next we're going to go into the bridge of our nose and our cheeks and our jaw and even to our ears. And I know that's a lot of places at once, but I just want you to notice kind of where you feel the tension in any of those areas. And I want you to go with the one that you notice the most and just spend a couple seconds there. So as you're in the spot that is needing you right now, I want you to just surrender to that need. Whatever part of your body is just needing you, needing your love, like in any of those areas. Um, just allow that part to be seen however it feels. If it's scared of being seen because it's in pain, or if it feels ashamed, like there's emotions attached to these pains that our body have. There's fear, there's anger, there's loneliness, and scarcity, hunger. So I want you to accept that part, that pain, just completely as it is. We're not going in to change it, but we're going to let it feel safe because it's being witnessed, because it's being seen and allowed and loved by you. So I'm going to go on to the next part. And if you feel like you need a little more time with any of these parts of the body that have come up for you, just please pause this video and give yourself as much time as you need. Sometimes these parts of our body that are coming to our for our attention, they need a little bit longer. So the next part we're going to go into is like in our throat and in our neck, the front of our neck and like the back of our neck. And I want you to envision like a necklace or a chain kind of light coming around, circling around um, from the front to the back of your neck. And this light kind of going into your mouth and down your throat and then coming back up. I want your neck and your throat to feel supported by this chain, by this light, as comfort and protection and safety. Sometimes we feel restriction in our neck and in our throat because we're afraid of our truth. We're afraid to speak. But there can be comfort in a grounding in our truth, like being supported. How do I say it? Like when we bring awareness, we bring a light, we carry this beautiful jewelry, this necklace with jewels, your guide chain, whatever it is, like as a symbol that we can be proud of, our throat, of our voice, of our neck. We wear it with pride, with dignity, with love for these parts of our body that often go quiet sometimes, um, that carry a lot of the weight, but they're very powerful places in the body uh, that can do a lot for us. But we need to allow these areas to feel strong again. Like in your throat, this is where you speak your truth. And if that shuts down, you lose it. So, whatever feels right for you, if you can just bring a light, you can imagine like a blanket or a towel, just like something kind of going around like your throat and your neck from the front to the back, just as like a healing your truth, healing these areas of the body, healing any blockages. allowing um, allowing them to loosen, allowing them to open, allowing them to feel light and not weighted down. Don't lose your truth. Don't lose your voice because of anything, anything that has happened to you, anything, any words, anybody's reactions, whatever people did, nothing, nothing can make you lose your voice, but how you receive it. You don't have to receive it as truth. You really, really, really don't. So again, if you want to spend some more time, like bringing some heat from this light around your neck, maybe into your shoulders a little bit. And that's about the 5% into the body that I'm going to do with you today. And we're going to keep going. I'm going to keep bringing up these practices to go deeper into the body. If you would like to go deeper, if you want the ultimate revenge, do your inner work. And I'm inviting you to do it with me. I have an 18-week program that is designed to help you heal, to love yourself again, to live on fire for your purpose, to live inspired, and to turn all of that pain, all of that hurt into something really beautiful that truly you love, and to gain your voice back again. So there's so much more. There's so much more for you. And it's amazing when you go in and do your inner work, life just becomes more meaningful, more impactful, more enjoyable. And yes, you feel everything more. You really, really do. But it's beautiful. You can turn this pain into something beautiful. That's the ultimate revenge. So if you're interested, you want to know more, you can email me, you can DM me. I'll put my email in the comments. And I hope you enjoyed your 5% into the body mint practice we just did. And I'll talk to you soon.